everyone, how's it going? Hella here. Sorry to keep you waiting, although I think you're kind of getting used to I'm usually like kind of a couple of minutes, just a couple minutes late. Dali and I were having a bit of a chat. In fact, he's in trouble. He's in a little bit of trouble. I'll tell you why in a minute. Naughty, naughty Dali. Naughty. Hey, yeah, hey, Deb's in space. Hey, Jim. How's it going? Lauren, if you're watching, lay off the lip filler. Your mouth resembles a cold... What? Bumhole? In January. Okay. Actually, Tracy, you said something really funny earlier as well. You're on fire this evening, whatever it is. Hey, it's Wags. I know this is an ugly thing to say, but I kept thinking she matched her jacket that night. Both were puffy, shiny, and pink. Oh, look, it's not the meanest thing or ugliest thing I've heard said about Lauren recently. It's all good. Hey, with the peeking through the fence thing, I actually really was hoping she'd climb it, but she might have. There might have been a sound. She climbed the fence, and it might have been the jacket, might have been her face. Who knows, or both. But the climbing the fence would have been great. That's real investigative journalism, guys. That is really, really what you would expect from a real reporter on the ground right there. So I'm disappointed. Disappointed, Lauren. Loza. Okay, guys. So it's... I was thinking, I wasn't sure if I was going to go live today because I have some pre-records to make. I've got a few things that I want to make some pre-records about. But then I remembered that yesterday I got a bit distracted because they went pseudo live to talk about the Reiner case. The Princeton psychologist had to weigh in with all of his speculation. Analysis on the Nick Reiner case. And so we decided to have a little bit of a looky at that. We'll talk about that in a minute. But that meant that we didn't get to finish reacting to the CrimeCon stream video with Lauren and Susan Hendricks, which is goddamn hilarious. It gets so much better. And plus Dali had to go to bed and stuff, so we've got to come back to it. So we're going to bring Dali in, and he's in a bit of trouble. Hi.
Right. Hi.
Now, Dali, you said you were going to bed.
Yeah.
Last night.
I did.
Right. Well, okay. But I think you might have gotten up to a bit of trouble. Now, we don't do any bullying and harassing around here.
No.
So someone in my comment section pointed out to me that you might have been hanging about in Lauren and John's chat.
I was simply doing research.
Were you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to say hi.
You just wanted to say hi. Okay. All right. So apparently, like someone in my comment section said, "Am I the only one who saw Dali in Lauren and John's chat saying hi to Hella?" and okay, so just how did that get received?
Well, at first it was okay. But then I made a comment saying hello, just being cordial, Saw my besties there, Lauren and Gray Bay there. I was hoping maybe a little chit, have some chat. Never know. So I said hi to Lauren and Gray Bay. And that comment got removed rather quick.
Right.
Apparently, they objected to the term Gray Bay.
Oh, that's a shame because that's a nice name for her.
I thought so. I was
Yeah, suits her.
yeah,
She's a bit sensitive.
she is.
Mm.
I understand. I should have made it more clear.
And okay, so at least one of the gems doesn't like you.
Apparently not. That will hurt. Oh, me.
You try to work out how this all started because you were nice to the gems, right?
I was. I'm Team
So-
Lauren.
Yeah.
Thought you knew
So,
that.
I'll just show you what they said about you. Show everybody what they said about you. Hang on. Okay, so there's Sally. Oh, you said hi to me because you knew I was streaming a bit of it.
Yeah, I knew you had the chat up, so I was hoping you'd see me in there talking.
Yeah. Right. Hey, hello. Oh, I didn't see you. I wasn't paying attention to you, but I often
know.
don't pay attention to you, so that's quite normal.
Most people don't.
Yeah, that's quite normal. Right. So also John Coleman, one of our mods, he was there too. He said night hello, and then Emily Hampton doesn't like you. Dali is a creepy man.
Well, that was actually in response to my comment from earlier. Let me pull that up. I mean, I thought that was a little rude, considering I've always said very nice things about her. So I go in there, and my bestie Lauren, up at the top, is there. Hi, Norma. So good to see you. So I just say, hope you're doing well, Lauren and Gray Bay. And then Emily, I mean, I've always spoken very highly of Emily Hampton, 1432. So this hurt a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, it stung. But she just responds, Dali is a creepy man. Yikes.
Well, that's coming out of nowhere. Like, that's not very nice, Emily.
First of all, hurtful. Second of all, I was being nice. God.
Look, we're not into bullying and harassment around here. Dali's going in there with his real name, and he's being very nice. That's just mean. This might qualify for a 3-hour Lauren live. A we respond. Maybe we should do a we respond. Because Dali's hurt. Like, honestly, before the stream, he was like, wait, because he hadn't seen the creepy man thing. I found it. And he was very upset. But what did he ever do to Emily?
Sheesh.
Dali may need a stalking injunction.
I know.
They're escalating. Your Dali, it was the grammar. Oh, did you put your?
Oh, crap.
Oh, I'm so disappointed in you. No.
Oh, damn it. That's like my biggest pet peeve, and I did it. No.
You're so sacked.
Okay, no wonder she called me a creepy man. That's okay.
Fair enough.
My grammar was a little creepy.
Fair enough.
Hang on. All right.
Has she got a comma after creepy?
No.
Well, too bad. So sad for him.
I was nervous when I typed that, yes.
Dali's not creepy. Those DPs. Just his way of saying hello. Speaking of. Someone earlier before we started said, was it Tracy? Tracy McMillan? You said, I'm praying for a stream without Nick McClelland's little lawyer. My eyes. My eyes.
He said,
No.
he had to go to law school twice with that thing. And it still didn't help him become an honest lawyer.
I asked specifically. And you know what I did? I went and cropped that and put that there for you, Tracy. He's paralegal. All right, let's get into it, guys. His little chub stub. Oh my God.
Lord.
Hang on. Are we ready? We're ready. Let's go. Let's go. What little setup are we going to use? This one? This one. Yeah, I think we're right. Okay, so last time we got up to, I don't know, about 20 minutes in or so. And yeah, let's just start. This gets so much worse. This gets so much worse.
In Denver.
They love you. Joe's like, Lauren, Grayson, hugging you guys. So they love you. It's a bond that and I say this all the time. I'm even getting sick of hearing it from myself, but what kind of an atmosphere, a unique atmosphere it creates for the families to heal, to be with people who truly understand. For journalists, so I see people like I saw Brian Enton, and Vinnie Politan. I've known Vinnie for years. I just really kind of met Brian, but you see people that you know, and you're saying, oh my gosh, and you have that in common, like the coverage of Casey Anthony we did together every single day, Jodi Arias.
Can you name drop some more? Oh, Jodi Arias.
So you kind of see people, right, that you haven't seen in a while. And then you're right, it has a way of doing it.
Fun fact. She's one of the few journalists getting around who agrees with the Casey Anthony verdict.
Really?
Yeah. Really?
Well, that's not very smart, Susan.
It's not very. It's not a very populist view.
It's not a popular opinion, is what I mean.
No, I mean, what I don't know. It's not something that's going to make you popular on mainstream media. Let's just say that.
Then there's meet and greets. There's so many things that you can pick and choose, kind of panels and meet and greets. And I was there with Jerry Holman and with Nick McClelland, and Nick is saying, this is a little weird. He wasn't used to it. Not weird in a bad way, but weird to get. So people would come up. Yeah. They pay a lot of money for these badges. You could be like platinum or gold, and to meet the families. And mostly women were there, but some men. And they went up and said, great job during the trial. And I think it meant a lot to them. And I could see Jerry Holman kind of tearing up. So there's that. There's so many things going on, so many facets at once.
Yeah. So the behind the scenes, though, we saw your panels.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some of the stories we had too. There was
she saw the panels. She wasn't on the panels. Which one is Bernadette? That's Nick McClelland. Nick McClelland. He is the prosecutor for Delphi. Evil man. Let's go.
There was some good times in the evening. Grayson pointed out that there was one night where she said, Lauren, I didn't know you could do that. And we went to bed at 3 a.m. So we had
Joe Petito. We keep going back to him because he's the funny one. And he called me, what are you doing? Get down here. Lauren's down here. I'm like, I have a paddle tomorrow. That's all right. I said, no, I have to. It was like me in college. I have to study. Goodbye.
I know. He was like, where's Susan? I'm like, call her. Here's my phone. Yeah. He's like, get down here. Yeah.
What are you doing? I'm like, tomorrow night. I have a panel in the morning. I'm nervous. So
it's like we're teenagers again. This is so great. We're down at the bar getting drunk with high-profile victims. Susan, she's like the responsible one. She's got a panel in the morning. This is so great.
That was fun. They're always fun. And I saw Nicole, Gabby's mom, the next morning. She's like, oh my gosh. So it is that weird thing that you walk down the hall and you see like a John Walsh and his son, Callahan Walsh. So it's interesting who you see there.
Yes. What also, I want to say it was really fun to see, you and I walked around together. Neither of us had a booth. I don't think we like commitment, either of us. We just want to be able to walk where we want to walk, right? And greet people. And it was so fun to be able to see people say hello to you. And it was so fun.
We couldn't get far. Everyone was stopping Lauren. We couldn't get far. It was really like you're walking.
You don't have to
At
lie.
the time of like Pretty Woman with Julia Roberts.
Oh,
So
it was
everybody loves Lauren. So it was fun. But
Best
Couple
quote.
Q's, love some A's. Did you just compare Lauren to a movie about a hooker? Because that's about a woman who sells herself. And now you're saying Lauren is like said woman who sells herself. That may not be the best analogy, honey.
Well, it's kind of accurate.
It is accurate, I will say that, but it might not be the most complimentary.
No, not complimentary, but accurate, yes. And I just got that screenshot.
Okay, well, sure. Let's go ahead and see more ways that Lauren's like a hooker in a movie.
Lauren's face. Pretty woman.
you could see how many people are just love what you do.
Oh, ad break.
Okay, let's be honest. Makeup can feel like such a hassle. Half the time it looks heavy.
Oh God.
Well, maybe we can use some of these tips.
Gives you that natural, effortless glow. I use it as a blush, sometimes a bronzer, even on my lips. It's a total multitasker, just like me. And honestly, it replaced half the products in my bag, and it takes under 60 seconds. They also have the Just Enough tinted moisturizer, which smooths
I
and
don't
even
want anything that's been on her lips.
Well, and Susan, I remember going into a panel with you about victim impact statements and learning about Madison McGee. She hosts the Ice Cold Case podcast.
Ice cold.
Talking about the murder of her father, JC, or John McGee.
Like Lauren's
I
sex
was
life.
so moved by what she spoke. She said she didn't have an opportunity to give a victim impact statement because there's never been an arrest. There's never been a conviction. That is what she covers on her podcast. And to hear her words was so profound for me. I was wiping a few tears away, trying to,
you were,
hide my face. And that was incredible to hear. That was
we would like you to hide your face.
I was trying to hide my face, but then I saw a camera and,
Right. Yeah. There was
instinct took over.
also the panel, right, where Jason Landry's parents or father also spoke. We learned a little bit more about his disappearance. December 13th, 2020, was it? Or 2021, where Jason Landry disappeared.
Yeah.
And they're still looking for him.
Right. And I remember he said, look, I'm a pastor and a lawyer, so if I talk too long, that's why. And he just said they have no kind of, right now they've come to terms with that. They don't believe he was still alive, but his car was crashed and they never found him. And because COVID was going on, he said he was out there alone looking for his son. And it was, oh my gosh, heart-wrenching to hear. And I went because I knew Josh, who was on the panel with me, that's Libby's cousin, was going to read his victim impact statement. And he did. And it was powerful to hear. So it was a different perspective to be in that room. And I remember her saying, look, my dad, this was Madison McGee. My dad was shot and her family told her that he died of a heart attack. So she didn't even know. And then she was very open and honest by saying it's hurt her financially because she's been obsessed with solving this, and it's taken over her life. And that financially it's hurt her relationships.
It's boring.
I remember that term. That no one really cares. She said, I did. And I do. Oh, I love. They're the best. They could open for a comedy act. I swear that they're hilarious.
They could. I couldn't stop laughing every time I saw them. I would just get this grin.
Oh my God, her face.
Because she's so southern and sweet, and then something out of her mouth is just hilarious. I go, what? Oh my gosh. I know.
Right. Yeah.
So I have a kind of behind the scenes story, kind of funny. So I'm behind stage about to go out with Jerry Holman, prosecutor Nick McClelland. So back there, we have about 10 minutes. And Kevin comes up, but first I get a text from Dave Vito, who testified in court during the Delphi trial. So he texted me, hey, Jerry told me to text you. There's an empty table next to murder sheet, kind of in the creator's row.
Right. So she's about to clear up how she decided who got to sit at the tables at the Clue Award. Susan. Clue Awards, right? She got to decide. And she's got no authority over it, but she took the authority. And that's how Lauren got to be at the VIP table with the Delphi high-profile victims at the Clue Awards. Because Lauren only decided to even go to CrimeCon a few days before CrimeCon, right? She wasn't even supposed to be there. But yet, she managed to be there up with her good old mates, prosecutor Mr. Wiener, right? And good old Glory Holman, and her friends, the victims, and this lady. So this is what she's been networking towards, right? Making sure she gets to be at these VIP tables. She got to be at the Gabby Petito Foundation dinner in New York. All this stuff because of this relationship with this woman, which I believe has probably fallen apart now.
Aww.
Because Lauren made a dick of herself. But anyway, this is about to come out now.
Can I have this table? And I said, yeah, take it. I have zero authority. Zero. Just say, take. I go, take it. It's yours.
You're like, go for it.
Because like, and the funny story is Jerry Holman, he asked Jerry. So I showed Becky, I said, look, because was she backstage with the yes? And I said, look what I just did. I don't have authority. Here comes Kevin. She goes, tell Kevin what you did. I gave this table to Dave. No one's there. He goes, yeah, tell him he could have it. Text me the name and he could have it. Because, you have to kind of be invited to be at a table. And he said, what was funny, Susan, is Jerry Holman's like, absolutely, take it. And he's like, well, I think we need to contact someone who has more authority. Ask Susan. I have zero authority. I'm like, take it. It's yours. It's your table.
You're like, you just exude authority. And then like, you're like, yeah.
Are you sure? Yeah.
No, she's just a bitch. Right? Like, she doesn't have, yes, she has no authority. She's just a bitch and she bosses people about. That's it. Like, so she pretends that she has some authority over people, but she doesn't. And she goes, oh, yeah, you can have that seat. But she is just a bitch. That's all it is. Yeah, these people in life who just pretend like they are the boss of others. That's called being a bitch.
Wow.
That's all it is. And yeah, Murder Sheet are absolutely as bad as Hidden True Crime, but without the Botox and insane filler. Yeah, they're really ugly. Like they don't even try. Like they are hideous people visually and inside and out. They're actually hideous people. Lauren promotes their channel, their podcast, and vice versa. She got in with them over at Delphi. They're all peas in a pod. Murder Sheet, her, Susan Hendricks, they promote one another. Kevin Greenlee, he is a copyright lawyer. He struck this channel. He struck many channels. He struck this channel. We did not play anything of theirs. We read out a transcript of their podcast because they had a juror on. A juror from the Delphi trial. An important interview. No other way to comment on their content to avoid being copyright struck other than to read out a transcript, and they copyright struck us. They're assholes.
And then I want to give a shout out to Kelly McClear, works so hard and all of that. She'll look at me. I've known her for years ago. What did you do? What did you give to who? I'm like, what? Sorry. But that was a funny story to think, oh, absolutely take it.
She was fun to me. I went with you and Grayson. You had to sign some autographs. You had to sign some programs in the back, and you were with Vinny and Stephanie Harlow and Cheryl and Mike King was back there, and y'all were signing all of these autographs. And it was so fun to meet Kelly. And yeah, I saw that you guys, you're like, yep, gave table away. No, it was actually before you gave the table away, but I love that. You're an advocate for people, even if it means just taking some authority. You get that table. That table is yours. And
it was funny to see Dave Vito, because you remember him on the stand, right?
Yes, I do. And
it wasn't easy for him.
To see them starting their own podcast, the Detectives Podcast, David, Steve, and they are from Indiana, and they actually said they started for the same reason we started. They said that we wanted to be able to do an ethical podcast. They've both been longtime investigators, and that was really neat to see. Glad they had a table, thanks to Susan and her authority.
It's really their natural.
How did she, okay, so I'm getting the impression that Susan, while she says she has no authority, that she has some sort of relationship with the organizers. She must,
Yeah.
right? Because you don't just go, oh, you can have a seat, and then the people turn up and then there's a seat for them.
Yeah.
Like, it's a dinner. If there is no seat, then the person turns up and it's very, very embarrassing because they're like, there's no seat and no food for them.
Yeah.
So she must have some sort of relationship with the organizers for her to be able to organize there to be a seat. So she's kind of making this shit up, going, I've got no authority, because she must have something. Right?
Yeah.
And
For
who
sure.
is this veto person? Who's veto? Oh, ISP? Not sure who she's talking about.
I swear, because it's just them telling stories from their perspective, which we don't often get. You remember in local news, we both were in it, you get a statement from a PIO, public information officer. Well, at 300 hours or whatever, it's like you don't really get to hear kind of what they think of what they go through, PTSD. I was with them a lot. I mean, I heard great stories, and it's funny to see them starstruck with Vinny. The next day, like, we had no idea we'd be talking to Vinny Politan at 1:30 in the morning, because there was kind of a gathering local area.
There was. It was a fun place to be. Oh, that's so cool. So they were starstruck by Vinny. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yep. And they love CrimeCon now. It's just that kind of place. So if
love
Hidden Gems haven't been, they should go.
Well, it's going to be in Vegas.
May.
Yeah, May. It's going to be in Vegas. So I hope you're coming. Are you coming?
Absolutely.
You'll be there.
Crazy.
100%. Next thing you know,
okay. So this is funny. They're talking about Vegas this year, right? Are you coming? Are you going to Vegas? Let's go. This is before everything's happened. This is before everything's happened, right? So they're organizing how much fun they're going to have in Vegas. Like, they're still going to be friends then. Like, Lauren's not going to be outcast by then. She'll have all her hidden gems in Vegas in September 2026. Guys, put a 1 in chat if you think that Lauren will be in Vegas in 2026, or put a 2 in chat if you think that she is going to be hiding somewhere in Gray Bay's apartment, maybe in Vegas in 2026.
Joe Petito, where are you guys? I'm gambling. We're like, no.
Come back. I know. I don't know if there'll be like this main area to gather like there was this year at Denver, because it's Vegas, but it should be fun. And we want to have actually a little gathering for our community, the Hidden Gems. So I hope you'll be there. Yeah. Come in a night early, Susan. Come in for Thursday night.
I absolutely will. That hotel was beautiful, wasn't it? The Gaylord.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. It was like its own little village and city. You didn't want to leave. I still don't know Denver really well, because there was no reason to leave the Gaylord. I was like, I'm good here forever. Like, I'll just make a home here.
Exactly.
Home here at the bar.
To be able to sit and have lunch, right? We were able to go in and just sit on a couch and eat, and a lot of eating.
Look at all these things she was able to do.
Delicious meals.
Gaylord.
We also actually went out. We finally decided to leave campus, as you said. That's what we talked about. Let's leave and jump in a couple of Ubers with the patties. That was an interesting Uber ride though on the way home. I got a little.
The Uber ride.
Back. Yeah, Mike the leader again. He got, which was
Mike
so
Patties.
Nice of him.
Yeah,
Libby's grandmother.
Pause it for a second.
2 Ubers, because there were 4.
Just to break it up, so we don't play too much in a row.
We can't handle these women's voices much longer. Fun fact: Grayson and her haven't left. We're getting lots of different numbers in chat. I don't know. It's actually really interesting. It's like, do you think that she'll try and rebuild her reputation enough in the community in time to be there in Vegas? Because right now she's hiding out. Like, she's not even doing a proper live stream.
Barely.
No, she hasn't done a real live stream.
Not a real one, not a full
No.
one.
Yeah. And like she hasn't turned up at a trial or anything. Like she could have been at the Corey Richards hearings,
Hmm.
but she wasn't. Right? Like old Lauren of the past, she would have been at those Corey Richards hearings. She was in Salt Lake City. Yeah.
Because I mean, she did the whole incident the other day.
Yeah, she was there doing the like
Yeah.
Salt Lake City shooting thing, right? Oh, she was live for over 2 hours. You mean
Unless
she
that
was
was a
live
premiere.
doing the which sorry, what are you talking about? Which one? Yesterday. Yesterday was a premiere.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday was a premiere.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
40 minutes, 20 minutes. All her lives since her 9-hour Spurgfest.
Yeah.
One was 50 minutes right after. But the rest of them have been 40 minutes at most.
Okay, so I lie. So the proper live streams were the ones from Salt Lake City when
Yeah.
she went the USC thing, which was a complete mega fail, right? But in terms of the way they used to do lives, like about cases, right? And she'd have chat on, and there'd be thousands of people, and it would just be normal. Her hidden gems would be there.
Yeah.
Right, that just is not happening anymore. Now they pre-record something and put it up like it's live streaming, like yesterday, right? Like this time yesterday when it was the Nick Reiner thing. Yes, so that's what's happening now. That they have to rip the Band-Aid off. They have to go back to the way they used to do live streams, and they haven't done that unless I've missed one. Has there been one? I don't think so. They're scared shirtless. Yeah. Yeah, they're scarred and scared. Yeah. Right. So they're kind of hiding out, in my opinion. They're hiding out in their little bunker. And yeah, she could have been at the Corey Richards hearings, but she didn't go. And the old Lauren would have gone to that and still gone and visited her mom and all those things while she was in Utah. She would have gone and she would have done her lunch lives and all that kind of stuff, but she's not. Yeah. And I know that she's probably like, oh, she's being bullied and etc. But let's say that this was Susan that was going through this.
Yeah.
I think Susan would be like, fuck you all. I'm just going to go on about everything and just
be
the tough girl and move on with things, right? But I think Lauren is not. She's at the moment just going insular about it. And then like this, the second she did go live and made a big like mess of the reporting and people pulled her to bits about it, she went, oh, I'm being bullied, etc. Tell me what I did wrong. And it ended up being a big mess, and she's probably going to go insular again for a bit longer. So the question is, like, is she going to try and go out to trials and stuff again? Because Shanna Gardner's in July,
Yeah.
for example. There's other stuff coming up. Is she going to go out and show her face around reporters and that she's badmouthed? I don't know. If you haven't done anything wrong, you keep going. Yeah, but yeah, there's that. But even in the face of knowing she's done stuff wrong or having been shown to have done stuff wrong, I would think that she'd just be like, put that behind me and keep going. You think she will? Yeah, so that's why I'm asking you guys, because you seem to there seems to be like some disagreement in chat, like there's ones and twos as to whether or not she'll say September comes around. Do you reckon that she'll have her face out there? Like CrimeCon there's a lot of people there like that she has been she's actually badmouthed.
Yeah.
And I reckon more are going to come out, by the way. I reckon there'll be more. Hey, I'm Crossbody Sarah. I'm excitedutteranceau@gmail.com. Email me, mate. Email me, mate. Yeah. All right, we'll keep going, and I'll go through your comments, and I'll bring them up as we go.
14 of us, like 3 different tables, I think. And so he got the Ubers, and he said to the guys, like, listen, will you drive us home too? Because there's 14 of us, and I'll just pay you X amount. And they can do that, and they agreed. But then they were trying to like switch it and take advantage of them and saying like, no, well, you have to pay me for all the rides I could have taken. And we weren't that long at dinner. I mean, we really weren't.
No.
So my New Jersey came out in me though. I'm like, you can't take advantage of this, man. It was like chaos.
I love your New Jersey.
I probably shouldn't have interfered. But then we went on our merry way. Mike's like, okay, I'm over this. Let's go swing by here and get lottery tickets because it was $1 billion. And Nick McClelland said, I'm going to buy my own because if we all win, I did stories on this on HLN, a deep dive into lottery. If you all play and you don't have anything signed, then Nick could maybe get nothing. It's so funny. I think that's why. But he bought his own and we're all there having fun. It was surreal and fun.
I think I
Did
still
anyone
have
win?
my lottery
Wait,
ticket.
wait,
Yeah, we stopped.
wait. I think I need to play this again. What the hell is she on
She
about?
harassed the Uber driver.
Two Ubers because there were 14 of us, like 3 different tables, I think. And so he got the Ubers, and he said to the guys, like, listen, will you drive us home too? Because there's 14 of us, and I'll just pay you X amount. And they can do that, and they agreed. But then they were trying to like switch it and take advantage of them and saying like, no, well, you have to pay me for all the rides I could have taken. And we weren't that long at dinner. I mean, we really weren't.
No.
So my New Jersey came out in me though. I'm like, you can't take advantage of this, man. It was like chaos.
I love your New Jersey.
I probably shouldn't have interfered. But then we went on our merry way. Mike's like, okay, I'm over this. Let's go swing by here and get lottery tickets because it was $1 billion. And Nick McClelland said, I'm going to buy my own because if we all win, I did stories on this on HLN, a deep dive into lottery. If you all play and you don't have anything signed, then Nick could maybe get nothing. It's so funny. I think that's why. But he bought his own and we're all there kind of fun. It was surreal and fun.
Because he doesn't trust you.
I still have my lottery ticket. Yeah, we stopped. It's true. Your New Jersey come out. I've seen your New Jersey come out before. I was still safe with Susan because she's got her New Jersey in her. She's beautiful and petite and blonde. But wait till her New Jersey comes out. And I'm like, oh, man.
Wait till her bitch comes out.
Yeah. So, okay, Lauren's the hooker and Susan's the bitch. Got it.
No offense to anyone from New Jersey, but I think that's what she's trying to say.
Yeah.
Is that right? Like, I don't really know what New Jersey people are like, but I think she's trying to
they're pretty assertive. They're
like
like New York.
Wait till her comes out. Is that what she's trying to say?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Fantastic. Awesome. I get the impression she's like that all the time.
Well.
Yeah.
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 But then we pulled over and we just took a moment to breathe and we all went and bought some lottery
tickets.
tickets.
Leave campus. I was like, let's go back. Let's go back to the Gaylord.
And I'm looking for mine. I actually think I need to check it. I need to make sure that I didn't win. I might be that lottery.
Don't give any to Nick McClelland. I'm kidding.
I might be that lottery winner, that they're still looking for. I have it over here. So you just reminded me. Maybe they're saying, where is she? Where is she? But yeah, that was when we had a moment with the Uber driver that was a little nerve-wracking. We didn't know if we were going to make it back. You were like getting him in line with your New Jersey. And I was like, you know what? Here's $20. Let's just go. Yeah, get me a lottery ticket too.
Yeah, we were fighting, but we're like, okay. And I tried to be nice. I said, I wasn't mean, but I said, nice try. And then I'm like, so have you been driving Uber long? Trying to like be nice. And he goes, yes. Do you like it here in Denver? No. Oh. And then we're back to the Gaylord.
And I think it was a moment when you didn't even say it. It wasn't even a threat. You like sort of implied like, I can tell Uber. And he was like, whatever you need, I got you.
It wasn't even a threat.
Oh, yes, because this guy's driving for Uber, and I'm sure he's so scared about losing his job. The guy's getting treated like shit by a bunch of hags like you, and then you still threaten to try to get him fired, basically. The guy's miserable. Okay? He's driving for Uber. It sucks. I've done it briefly. It's not fun. You get a bunch of drunk people and sometimes drunk women like this.
And
then you got to worry about them
themselves
puking in the back.
Loud. Yeah. Drunk old women who are like dropping names and talking loudly, and they've got their Louis Vuitton purses, and they think they're so goddamn great.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh, do you like driving for Uber?"
Yeah.
And he goes,
And everyone
"No."
who ever had me wait and they're like, "Oh, I'll make it up to you," ended up stiffing me. So I'm
Mm.
just saying, I'm sure that whatever. It usually
sounds like
doesn't
she
work
was
out well.
fucking rude to him.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. "Oh, do you like driving for Uber?"
Yeah. So they threatened to call the Uber manager, Kitty.
And then he goes, and take the money. He's waving it. It was chaos. And I'm going, what's happening?
Chaos.
What is happening? Get us back to the Gaylord. It's like,
At
there's no
first
place like home. There's no
at
place
first
to
he
let go. So then we never left.
He was trying to take more money. And then the moment you're like, I can let Uber know, he was like, free ride. And you're like,
Oh shit! I can let Uber know. They were going to call the manager. No. No. They were going to call
Wow.
the manager. They were going to call the Uber manager on him.
Ugh. Rawr. We know she hasn't made that face for John in over 10 years.
John never sees that face. No, this is so bad. Oh god.
Good Lord, I've seen love dolls that are more realistic than her.
I need to screenshot that. This is so bad. I'm getting so many good screenshots.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Her throat is deeper than Dolly's.
Oh, we are so mean. I'm so mean. We're bullying, harassing.
oh, like, just be fair.
Just be normal. What is happening? This is Denver. Isn't everyone supposed to be nice? The air is cleaner,
Yes.
I guess.
Yes. Elevation, but the air is fresh. Right.
This is how nice people are back at the Gaylord, which is like Annie M. This is how nice they are. I land, meet these two wonderful women, and we all share a cab together. And they were so nice. And I saw them throughout the weekend. So don't you feel like there's some like camaraderie of like, I don't know, the people who go are really cool.
Everyone was so nice. I agree. Everyone was so nice.
I joked, I'm like, what's in the
Except
fence here?
me.
Because everyone's super nice. It's like,
But if you,
you just
if you
don't.
leave campus and get in an Uber,
It's bad out there. You risk a lot.
yeah, no, everyone was so nice, and it was so wonderful.
Well,
what
this
else
is
did you? I
ironic.
almost
In it all, he
before.
has to go to Vegas, right?
Who?
Has your
John?
husband been to Crown?
Yeah, he'll be there. That's what I'm saying. Come in a day earlier because I think we want to throw a little gathering Thursday night. You know, to be determined. We need some party planners, which a few hidden gems have
It's in May, right?
volunteered. It's in May, and so we'll be there, and you'll be there, and it'll be so fun. And yes, John will be there. I hope that John will be able to speak. We've never. People say, why aren't you speaking or doing a panel? We've never actually applied because our whole goal in going to CrimeCon is to meet our hidden gems.
You've never applied to speak. You mean you've never been asked to speak, Lauren? That's because I'm pretty sure they ask people to speak. Like, you don't have to apply. Like, if you're famous enough, like if you're wanted enough, they ask you to speak. Like, you don't have to like apply to speak.
Boy,
But
her and John are both not wanted in different ways.
but guaranteed that this is one of her ways of planting it in Susan's mind. Hey, lady, get me a speaking spot.
Yeah.
Totally. She's crawling up this woman's ass so far. And because, remember, Susan, she says she has no authority, but she has authority. Yeah? Susan works this whole shit out. Susan can get people a seat at the dinner. She can get people a speaking spot at CrimeCon. And that's what she wants. She wants a spot not just for her, but for John too. So I wonder how that's going to go now that all this shit's blown up.
Into just sort of
you have a lot to discuss. No, you have to do a panel. You met Kevin. I think you should. It'd be excellent. So I think the two of you would be a huge draw. I would definitely be in the front row with a pass. You know what's funny?
Look, I didn't think it's all sorted out. See? It just worked out for her. Just there. And look at Lauren. Look at her. She's like, oh, really? You think, Susan? You think, oh, thank you. Oh, not me. And she said, and she just mentioned Kevin. Cat's Kevin Greenlee from Murder Sheet. You met Kevin? I would be in the front seat, front row to listen to you. With Kevin from Murder Sheets. Unbelievable.
You cut in and out a little, but it's not you guys. I was wondering when I was on Nancy Grace, oh no, because I'm in a hotel. I've been here since CrimeCon because our house is being renovated and you have to get a certificate of occupancy. It's been a nightmare, but my son thinks it's camping. He loves it. My teenage daughter is miserable. It's like Chevy Chase vacation. Like in that station wagon is in the hotel room.
I was just going to ask you, tell us about why you're in the hotel. Tell us about why you're in a hotel, and that's why. So you don't want to be there, but there you are. You've been living there since CrimeCon. So you're probably wishing you were just back at the Gaylord then. You might as well be at the Gaylord. But so you're not out covering some trial or anything, and that's not why you're in a hotel. You're there with the fam.
My son's 9, and he's like, I think my lower back hurts a little. I think he hears his dad, Joe, say that. So he's like, it's funny. We've been here that long. He's still having fun, but it's kind of worn off. So in 3 days, I'll be out, which is good.
Congratulations. He's an old soul. My lower back hurts after sleeping so long.
What? You heard someone say that. But we like grocery shop.
Is that a little ape on the nightstand too? I saw.
Oh yes, we got that when we first got here at a toy store, which feels like a year ago after CrimeCon. Yeah. And there's an indoor pool which burns your retina when you walk in the hotel. But I'm grateful. I'm lucky we're here. The 4 of us sharing one bathroom with a 15-year-old daughter.
Now. Okay. Oh my God, she's on a bed. Holy crap! Look, you're right. Like, cause it just went like that. Is she sitting on a bed? She's like she was yesterday when we showed her doing that short video. What's with her doing these videos from bed? It's so weird and inappropriate. Yeah, I noticed that. Happy Go Ducky I Am. Hello, that's a good name. Susan only has 5.3k subs. It's very strange. She's not putting any effort into her YouTube channel, like 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird. And not just subs, like subs aren't even the whole story. The views on her videos are really low. So I feel like what's she doing? Like, why is she putting no effort? She's also like not done any videos on her channel for a few months. It's like, what's the point?
So your son's lower back is hurting, but how's the 15-year-old daughter sharing a bathroom? How's she handling things?
She's like, Jack, you have to get out now. It's just really funny. It's like textbook, but they have like a snack area downstairs, so Jack loves it. He's on like his 5th bag of Starburst. He loves it. And Emery's more than mom to him. Like, Jack, your teeth are going to rot out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, when are we getting out? But then you think back, like these are the memories I'll remember, like being this close with them. Because I have some friends whose kids are going off to college. Like you and I both have a son similar age. And yes. It does go by fast. And you're like,
she has a son that's 8 years old. And she was born in 1973. So do the math. I can't do math. But yeah, she had a kid really late in life. Yeah. So her son's like the same age as Lauren's son.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wonder what memories Lauren will have with her son. Yeah, I don't know. All I know is that her son is traumatized by the stalker, which is ridiculous and sad. 45. Okay, so she would have had him at 45. Does that make sense? 45?
I think so. That's what I got.
Yeah.
44, 45.
I suppose that's possible. That could happen. Yeah. Yeah. She's 52. Yeah. Okay, I suppose. Well, good for her. Yeah, so they're swapping mother stories right now. This is kind of boring.
Oh my gosh. But with
my
daughters, you know
God.
how it is. A teenage girl, I was the same way. You don't really want to be in a hotel where, like, and I didn't really say much. I wasn't chatty a lot. She's not. I'm like, how's everything? Fine, good, yeah. What? Oh, it's what? And I'm like, are you TikToking? And I'm mortify her because
oh no, not the TikToky.
I don't know. Everything I say is like, what? And then to bother, I'm like, do you want a TikTok? She's like, stop.
Is your
Is Lauren feeling threatened by the word TikTok? This is the 25th of September, by the way. So TikTok should be really, really bothering.
Is your son into the same lingo that my son's into? Everyone's bra. Then he's like saying, dude, I don't know. How does this lingo fly, by the way, between elementary schools? Because it's not like they're on social media, but they're talking Riz, Gyat. But he'll tell me, he's like, no, it's not Gyat, it's Gyat. And then
I'm writing it down in my notes. I'm gonna say that and make them both cringe. Gyat.
And then I'll like go Google it to find out what it means. I'm like, do you know what that means? And he goes, like, yeah. And I'm like, dude, you're 8 and they've got their own lingo and it's like across the
Yes. Well, think about
how does every elementary school have the same lingo? I mean, I don't even know. I guess they're all watching the
same thing. Like, we didn't have anything, and we were all coming home when the streetlights went on and saying similar things. And I remember my mom. So we're officially old, I think, because we're like, what is that lingo coming out of their mouth? But it bothers my daughter when I even attempt. So if I say that, she'll be like, I can't wait. I should record her face, but she'll be curious.
Yeah, at least my son just giggles at
blah blah blah,
and then but then he'll say it's not Gyat,
blah blah.
You've got Riz. We both got Riz.
Yeah. Is your son watching the Demon Hunter movie, the K-pop Demon Hunter?
Yeah, K-pop definitely. Wait, I think
because that's a hit at our house. And before you leave that hotel, you better watch that as a family. The K-pop Demon Hunter is a good one.
So my son's been eating McDonald's and Starburst. I know, I'm going to mom hell.
Sounds like my son's
This
diet.
was in McDonald's thing. Is this K-pop one of the guys?
Oh, that's a Pop Mart toy. Is that one of them? It might be.
No.
That's all. I'm so not into it. But my daughter loves, of course, Taylor Swift. She went to a concert last year.
Blah, 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 blah.
And her music. I'll skip it. Right.
But
I
agree.
Though. Does that mean I'm old? I don't like concerts.
Yeah. We're in Imagine Dragons family right now. My son loves.
Okay.
Anyway,
I thought we were going to be talking about CrimeCon.
Yeah, no, I know. Concert. Ed Sheeran has Riz.
We're half Riz.
My Riz is just as good.
Okay.
I switch shop plans.
Ads. Why are people supporting
the one
this?
you? I don't know. You probably have so many to choose from that you remember or stands out to you.
Yeah, you know what's so funny is I was about to ask you what your very favorite interview was, and then I thought I don't know if I would even know if she asked me, so maybe I won't. So let me think about it. Give me a second. There's the more meaningful interviews. I'm sure you agree with this. There's the more meaningful interviews that you'll never forget because they're overwhelming and touching and actually sometimes heartbreaking. And then
Good question, because they've gone so far off track. So the video is supposed to be about their memories from CrimeCon, right? And it did go there for quite a while. It was mainly name dropping and talking about how both of them are so great because they know all of these important victims and all of these other news reporters, supposed news reporters, and I'm saying that because these people think they're supposedly news reporters, and how there were so many great moments and they stayed out till 3 a.m. or Lauren did, and got really, really drunk and acted like teenagers and abused an Uber driver, and loved the Gaylord so much and had a fantastic time at that hotel, and how they were made to feel so special there. And the irony of that is that, you know, there was a woman who did absolutely nothing wrong and paid to be there, but was chased away by police because Lauren felt so threatened by her and her tiki-talkies. And also that Susan had supposedly no authority to tell people that they could have seats at the Clue Awards, but she gave them to them anyway. And now they've started just going off onto all sorts of tangents. So we'll see if they get anywhere.
Or the interviews where they're just kind of fun and exciting because it's a celebrity and you're like, that's so fun, I'm meeting you. Do you know what I mean? So those are two separate spectrums. But I remember being starstruck when I interviewed Gina Davis. She's
Thelma Louise, I love her.
Thelma Louise, League of Their Own.
Yep.
She's incredible. And I love what she's doing now with her nonprofit to make sure
When did
that
she interview
females are
Gina
represented
Davis?
in the media more, as well as minorities, and have better representation in the media. And then I remember interviewing Randy Jackson as well.
Ooh,
That was
what was he
a fun
like?
one. Just very nice. Made me laugh. I think that we took a picture together, and I just remember I'm just doing one of my laughs. I think he was just so funny. You know what else is funny too?
Let's get back to Brad.
This is an enjoyable thing. So when I decided to get into the news business, well, I decided to get into it when I was in college. Obviously, that's what I graduated in, and I was determined. But life took a different turn after college. Some things in my family happened. I go talk about that on Mormon Stories, guys. Go listen, and if you know, you know. But so I couldn't.
Oh, I talk about that on Mormon Stories. If you know, you know. Right. So this being in September and the Mormon Stories 2-part series, The Making of Lauren Matthias, happened in July. So she's very proud of that. She's very proud of the fact there was a 2-part series all about her. Mwah! All about her. So little plug there for her semi-biographical, or actually biographical 2-part series on Mormon Stories. She just loves that there's a 2-part series over on Mormon Stories all about her. And the fact that it happened, the timing of that, let's just say damage control, because it was just after she called Henderson police, had them running about trying to stop all this chatter, all of her private texts and emails getting out, had people being called by the cops, Christina, Stephanie, Gigi, etc. Had Mr. Breakfast being investigated for hacking. And 2nd of July, actually, was when that was recorded. So, yeah, to say it wasn't damage control would be laughable.
Start my broadcasting career right when I graduated. Some things took a turn, plot twist, as we say.
Yeah.
And so by the time I was actually ready to jump back in, I was older than most. I was 29 years old. And when I went to a small town to jump into the business, because that's what you have to do, right? Go to a small town to start. And so I drove 3 hours to the nearest small town and said, here I am. And they were pretty much like, get in line. Every other graduate from BYU also wants this job. And they're a lot younger already than me. And they're beautiful and they're blonde. And, so I thought, okay, what do I do? And I decided to go to LA to a reporting workshop because I just had this gap between college and starting a career. Did you do that too?
In LA, yes.
In LA, yeah. And so just to make a new audition tape to sort of freshen up.
Where did you go to UCLA?
No, I was a private coach. And this is what's so funny is this was before Parks and Rec. But did you watch Parks and Recreation on
My husband loves it, but I haven't.
So my reporting coach, this is pre-Parks and Rec, but later on I was like, no, wait. And we became really close.
I don't think she went to BYU either, Steph. Like, it's so hard to keep up with this woman's lies, right? So where did she go? Can someone help out? There needs to be a spreadsheet of this woman's lives. And like John's spreadsheet would be like, there'd be 50 different tabs. And I'm just talking about the lies about the CV. That's all. Nope, she is dodging the college question. Yeah. She said she went to the University of Utah. Right. It's so difficult to keep up with it all. It's tiring. It's really tiring. And I don't understand US academia and all of the different universities and the different things you can study and what they're called. I'm learning about it all myself, and so I'm letting other people guide me on this stuff so I don't mess it up. But I do get it when someone says that they studied at one place and they actually studied at a different place. So that's not that hard.
That's a lie.
When it's a lie, it's a lie. Right?
It's Per Papley on Parks and Rec, and he was the reporter on Parks and Rec, and he was my reporting coach, and we had a great time together for 3 days. But yes,
my guy was old. Mine was like 65 and kind of what was his name, Arthur Joseph. But I remember I did the same thing you did, which is funny.
That is so funny.
Because you couldn't make a tape if you didn't have a job, and you can't get a job if you don't make a tape. So then you have to hire people to like tell you, here's a stand-up, and this is what you do. It's so funny that you did the same thing. You kind of try to figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. You have to kind of figure it out. So yeah, my reporting coach was Jay Jackson, who happened to play Per Papley on Parks and Rec. And he spent 3 full days with me, and he actually genuinely helped me. He sort of taught me, you learn how to put a story together every day. You're putting a 2-minute, 3-minute, 4-minute story together. And he sort of said, look, I'm going to give you the shortcut, and you've got to write before you do the interviews. You've got to tone in on.
Oh, really? That's great advice. Like right before you do the interviews. Wow, like I couldn't have worked that out for myself. BYU is the prestige name. She really is so insecure. Okay, thanks. So see, this is where I need all you guys, because I'm an Australian. Like this is the kind of stuff I don't know. It's the prestige name, so she's really so insecure. So that's not where she got her actual degree from. So what, did she study there for a while and then she went somewhere else? That would make sense. So it's kind of like when John puts Princeton psychologist on his video yesterday. I believe that he did his undergrad studies at Princeton. And feel free to fact check me, guys. I don't, as I said, this is not my wheelhouse, right? Fact tracing people's academia in the US, not my area, but that's what I've been led to believe. So suddenly just coming out and putting Princeton psychologist on your video title screams to me that you are trying to up your credibility and clap back to all of us out here who are questioning his credentials. The Ivy League is so much more prestigious. Yeah, so more prestigious. Yes. Am I right? I hope I'm right. I think that's right. Yeah, he went to Princeton for undergrad. Thank you. About 40 years ago. Yes, in the 80s. Yeah. He studied philosophy at Princeton, not psychology. Well, there's something else to that. I believe that. Well, I don't know if he actually studied philosophy, but to be a PhD is philosophy. So you don't have to have studied philosophy to have a PhD that says philosophy, because that's what a PhD is. My brother has a PhD and it's in medicine, and it says philosophy, doctorate of philosophy, but he's never studied philosophy in his life. So I don't know whether or not Dr. John has studied philosophy or not, but you don't need to have. So yeah, his undergrad is in philosophy. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I don't know, but it's one of those odd things. Apparently, philosophy means study in academia terms. I don't know. My brother is the academic. Actually, I've got a few brothers who are academics. Not me. I am a graphic designer. Colors and shapes.
Writing before you get the interviews done, so you kind of know what you're looking for in the interviews, because you don't always have the time to interview someone for an hour and a half. And he gave me some good skills. And then, of course, I had to just start driving up to this small town every week to job shadow until they finally said, fine, we'll give you the job.
You're hired.
Perp Hapley helped. Jay Jackson, thank you. Perp Hapley was my guy.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's so funny. You did the same thing. So yeah, and then
where was that? What city did you? Where did you get your first job on the air?
It was Pocatello, Idaho, East Idaho. So people might understand now why sort of we cover a lot of these Idaho cases. I've reported all over Utah and all over Idaho. So Salt Lake City, and then East Idaho, which is a region, East Idaho, Idaho Falls, Rexburg, Pocatello. That was my first.
What market is that? Because people were big on markets back then. Are they still?
Yeah,
it was, I thought, hang on. I thought she thought that Rexburg was, well, that was in the private text. Oh, because they're from Rexburg. Those people are from Rexburg. And she was sort of having a dig at the Rexburg people in the private text, remember? And because I had to ask you guys, Idaho people, what's wrong with Rexburg? And I was like, what's the difference between Rexburg and Boise? And you guys told me, Boise's a big town, and Rexburg is like a backwater in comparison. And also Rexburg is very LDS. But here she's sort of admitting that she was reporting or living, I don't know, in Rexburg. So in her private messages, she was having a dig at Rexburg. I mean, we'll just go back 10 seconds to see how she was, in what context she was referring to Rexburg.
And then East Idaho, which is a region, East Idaho, Idaho Falls, Rexburg, Pocatello. That was my first.
What market is that? Because people were big on markets back then. Are they still?
Yeah, it was in like, I think it was like 150, 160.
180, yeah.
Yeah, but you were fancy. You got to cover all the methamphetamine stories because you were.
It was 180, but it was at least like there were palm trees, right?
Right, you were
the fancy methamphetamine stories.
I was actually out in negative degree weather getting pneumonia. So there were no palm trees where I was. I think with broadcasting, I've always said it's a little bit like Hotel California. It's really hard to get into, right? It takes some effort to get in, but once you're in, you can never leave. You are in it forever.
That's a good
try to leave. You could try to leave, but you never will ever be able to leave.
The movie could be a shot at the Gaylord.
Wow.
Right. You're not getting out. No. So just make sure that, if you work really hard to get in, just know there's no exit. There's no exit. So it's even harder to leave.
You exited doing hidden true crime that everybody loves. So
yeah. And here I am talking about it though, and doing the same thing. But you're right. So, and I was on with Vinny yesterday on Court TV. We were talking about.
I was on with Vinny yesterday on Court TV. Look at me.
Okay. Name drop much.
Well, that would be the second last time she was on with Vinny. The last time she was on with Vinny got absolutely roasted in the comments. Roasted. I don't know how long it will be before she's on with Vinny again.
There is that.
Emmanuel Haro, with On the Tira. So yeah, still reporting, right? Once a reporter, always a reporter.
Speaking of Vinny, I think you were there. You just talked about the day that we saw Cheryl and everyone, and he just said he was talking to you about an excellent live you did, and he just said that gone are the days of like the suit, the buttoned up suit out there, kind of like we talked about before, not making a mistake and like acting robotic, and so you were discussing that guy that would just kind of go to the scene.
Yeah.
Ahmed, good with the cops. Yeah.
Ahmed Biozo. I was on with him yesterday with Vinny, and that's
awesome.
Actually
I want to see it.
We were
How was
praising him. It was great, and we were praising Ahmed. Vinny and I were talking about Ahmed, saying like, "This is it, man. He has his gold chains. He has his blinged out hat. He has a blinged out microphone that's not even real. It's fake, and he goes to fires." And he is reporting locally for everyone in his area, and they're tuning into him more than local news. And he is showing up at fires going, look at those fire hose. It's like they're urinating on the fire. Check it out. It's like, and people are watching him.
People were watching, and then he said that
what?
Like, and
what? Who's urinating on fires?
I don't want to know about John's kinks, ma'am.
Who was talking about fire hoses and them looking like they're urinating on fires? Not Vinny. Or was it this Ahmed guy? Wait. She's loving this too much. Look at her. Look at her smile. Ahmed saying.
He has his blinged out hat. He has a blinged out microphone that's not even real. It's fake.
Wait. I need to get.
It was great. And we were praising Ahmed. Vinny and I were talking about Ahmed, saying like, this is it, man. He has his gold chains. He has his
that. Sorry, just a minute, guys. I need a screenshot of that. Yep, sorry, keep going.
Blinged out hat. He has a blinged out microphone that's not even real. It's fake. And he goes to fires and he is reporting locally for everyone in his area. And they are tuning into him more than local news. And he is showing up at fires going, look at those fire hose. It's like they're urinating on the fire. Check it out. It's like, and people are watching him.
People are watching him. And Vinny said that like, and that's something, a message to everyone that it's a good thing that kind of things have shifted. So you don't have to go to a small market and be selected by the news director. So you can do it too.
Oh, you don't have to go to a small market anymore to do those low profile murders and fires.
Right.
Yeah. It's lucky that, because that sucks, having to do all that low profile stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. To those small markets. It must suck for those small time reporters doing all that low profile stuff. And actually someone in my comments yesterday pointed out that this high profile victim thing implies that there are low profile victims, which would mean it does actually. Glorifying some victims of crime means that you are denigrating others to be less important. So making out like people such as Joe Petito and the Paddies, etc., are stars in some way really diminishes others who have also lost loved ones to violent crime. And that in itself is reprehensible.
Yeah.
Yes, targeting those in high profile and dismissing other victims she deems as less than. Yes, absolutely. And in a way, she's done that to you, Kresha, because she wasn't interested in talking to you. Even though you're part of the family that she built her empire on, you weren't somebody who she felt was able to give her the content that she thrived on, right? So therefore, you, Kresha, were lesser important to her. If you had been somebody who was willing to go and hang out with her and put on the waterworks for her, I think she would have seen you very differently. Yeah. But no, she and the Susan person, and there's many more like them, but I see Lauren as kind of a special sort of vulture in that she's got John with her, and John provides this air of authority and this doctor label, which helps to sort of ingratiate them with victims, and they can use that to go, oh well, we can help to understand what's going on better. We can help you to deal with this more. And that's worse. That's so much worse. Kresha has always been too smart to be manipulated. That's why. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he gives credibility. And at a time when that's, I hate to say vulnerable because that makes it seem like they're naive, I guess, in a way, but they're not.
Yeah.
It's just that they're grieving.
Yeah.
You know? So you're less likely to fact check people. You're less likely to, you're less likely to go and do the kind of work that we're all doing at the moment to make sure that these people are who they say they are. When you've just lost like a child or a husband or a son, or a brother, you're far less likely to go to this kind of work that we've been doing for months now as a community. You're more likely to go, oh, wow, this person who has this big platform is really interested in hearing my story and helping me, because that's what they say that they're going to do. Okay, thank you. They suck.
If you just are yourself or unique, or you find something that you love, it can be reporting on anything. It doesn't have to be a breaking news story. To talk about, let's say, I don't know, my son collects baseball cards. If that's your passion and you love it, you could talk about it. It seems like from what you were describing with this guy, I'm going to watch on Court TV and what Vinny was saying, that he just has a passion and people can see that. They want to watch him.
Ahmed has an incredible redemption story. And yes, if people, what Susan just said, if you feel like you have something to give, Ahmed is the perfect example of that. He spent 23 years behind bars and all he could watch was the news. Probably watch you, Susan. He talked about watching CNN.
That's training. That's a captive audience.
He was watching Susan Hendricks on CNN and he thought to himself, you know what, I can do this and I need to make a life for myself and I could be this person. And he said he studied and he honed in and he watched what the reporters did. And he said, I can do this. And he got out, had a second chance in life, and has just been reported. He's battling cancer now. He fainted on the scene while looking for Emmanuel Haro. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's a different world now.
So it's a different world now. My God, smart people can be manipulated too. It's more about them figuring out and then working on your weak spots. Yeah, of course, smart people absolutely can be manipulated. Yes. What's up, Dali? Did you say something?
No.
I thought you were being manipulated.
A little bit, but
yeah. And Chuck Anderson's granddaughter, how's it going? Gifting a excited utterance membership. That's so nice of you. I missed a couple earlier.
Yeah.
Unsolved Amy. They talk about CrimeCon like it's the Oscars. This is their Oscars. This is, what else have they got in their lives? Like, Susan's not getting an Emmy.
Yeah.
I mean, she's past that. She's like, her career is over, really. Really, it is. It is. So she's retired. Like, she is finished with CNN. She's finished with HLN, whatever the hell that is. It's over for her. She's not got a job on one of those big networks anymore. And so now she's trying to do the whole independent podcaster, YouTuber, like social media, working for myself reporter thing. And it ain't really working out that well from what I can see. Like, she's not putting much effort into her YouTube. Where else is she? Like, she's hanging out on other people's shows.
Yeah.
Like, help me out, guys. Where else is she? I can't see what else she's doing. She wrote a book about Delphi. And that was a fairly successful book, I think. Like, it was, I think it was stupid, but it's the one that people talked about before the trial. It was down the hill. I knew about this book before I even knew who she was. Yeah. But yeah, like, it seems to me her career's over and she's trying to make a name for herself as an independent journalist, but not trying that hard to build up her own platform.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is it. Like, things like CrimeCon are where she can be relevant. Thanks for the $2. $5. Hey, Claude Simeon. Off topic. Thoughts on Koberger victim family suing university over history of creepy behavior? Any updated thoughts you have on the case? Been busy. Sorry. I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think that the lawsuit, from what I've seen of the lawsuit, is full of absolute falsities, but that were reported by the mainstream media, and I think it's $230 million that they're after from Washington State University. And Washington State University, how could they possibly predict that someone's going to do something like that? I just think that they're, I'm sorry. I don't want to talk about Brian Koberger himself. I only just in regard to the actual lawsuit. Yeah. I think the lawsuit is frivolous. I don't like it. So I have a big problem with the lawsuit. I saw one page of the lawsuit that had that he searched for them on Instagram, the victims, and it's absolutely false. And the prosecutors and investigators have confirmed that it is false many times. So not that would implicate Washington State University anyway, but I just don't get it. I don't get it. Thank you, Claude Simeon, for the $5. And love to Krisha, absolutely. Thank you for being a member for 4 months, Tracy. Thank you so much. All right, let's keep going.
If people feel like they have something to give, they can give that. So
I agree.
It is exciting. But yeah, I reported locally all over Utah and Idaho, and you know where else I was too that people don't realize, and I was able to talk to Mike King about this. Because Mike King was in law enforcement and did a lot in Hilldale and Colorado City. For those that don't know what that is, you probably don't, Susan, that's Warren Jeff's land, FLDS.
Oh, yes.
And I was the correspondent there for Salt Lake City for a time as well. Oh, yeah. So we were able to talk about that. But I have dear friends there still that are in Colorado City, Hilldale. It's a town that has changed a lot, but it's wonderful, I think. So let's go back to like what you asked for my most fun interviews. Yeah. The celebrities are fun, right? But the unforgettable interviews are people that change the way I think. And for example, getting to know women that were FLDS who became my friends, that changed me. People that teach you about the world that you didn't.
That's a good point, Krisha. So she better choose to stay on the path that she's made for herself. But don't you remember, she also defamed Law and Crime in her 9-hour live. That was a career crusher, even if she didn't do work for them. Yeah.
That's a good point.
I'm not sure if it could be proven to be defamation.
No, but she definitely talked bad about them.
Oh, she talked shit
like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she the crap she talked about Law and Crime was just stupid. It was absolutely the silliest thing to go down that path. Law and Crime are doing this to me, like, traumatize me and my family. Just the silliest stuff to say when you need to cultivate a relationship with these people as part of your career. You silly woman. You silly woman. Like the people who work for this company are going to be at trials that you're at in the future. And you're getting on a live stream and talking shit about them by name. You idiot. The dumbest thing in the world to do. Absolutely stupid. And something else Krisha said. Question: when reporting on Tom Harrison and Chad Daybell, did Lauren ever accentuate the fact that they both have some belief system, or did she more or less keep separate? Did they both have some belief system, or did she more or less keep separate? I have no idea.
Yeah. Not sure on that.
I have no idea, but I'm sure that's something that you would dive into on your own stream.
Probably she did. I would think. But
yeah. That's one for you, Krisha.
Or change a stereotype you have in your mind, or people who went through a trauma and came out on the other side, even Ahmed Biozo, talking to him on my channel. Those have been some of the most profound interviews for me and what I hope to bring to Hidden True Crime as well. And you do that too. So
you do that. And it's not easy to interview someone. I think if you truly connect, it's a great interview. You do that, make it seem easy. It's really not. That is one of your skills. But I agree I remember one year, it was Yardley Love. She was murdered, University of UVA, Virginia. Lacrosse player, her boyfriend murdered her, was jealous, was drinking all day. Her mom, it's the Love Foundation. So I interviewed the mom, but she was kind of talking to me. She had been, obviously, this happened, I believe, 15, 16 years ago. So she was there. And when Stacey Chapin, I'm taking you back to CrimeCon, this is a couple of years ago, was on that same panel. So the panel was about like, what do you do when the worst day of your life happens? And Yardley's mom was saying like, she got a call in the middle of the night and you think, oh, car accident for your kids. And so being able to see Yardley's mom speak to Ethan Chapin's mom and help and really connect. And I will say, this is what I love about CrimeCon too. It helps you because you see these people and you say, if they can get through that and I have this problem, if this is going on in my life, then you feel like,
well, isn't that interesting?
What can they do for me?
What can they do for me to help me?
All about me.
Well, I mean, curious because you should be putting this into perspective, really. You spend all this time listening to these people talk about these terrible things that happened to them. Like Stacey Chapin, she lost her son, Ethan, to a terrible stabbing.
Yeah.
And the Pattys, they lost their granddaughter, Libby, to terrible stabbing. And her best friend, Abby, to a terrible stabbing. All these horrible, horrible things that you speak to these people about all the time. Lauren, what's happened to her? Let's see. Someone made some TikToks.
Scary TikTokies.
So scary. Someone allegedly threatened to share her private text messages, which they didn't even.
Yeah.
They didn't. They just said that they saw them. Christina said she saw them. Yeah. Oh, and there was a Proton email that said that all of your trash talking will be released, but we're not even really sure whether or not she might have said that to herself, allegedly. So, yeah, it's curious, isn't it? You got to put these things into perspective, don't you? Because when you spend so much time talking and hearing the stories of these victims, it makes you think. Susan's actually right. If those people can deal with those things, you should be able to deal with anything.
Yeah.
So they end up helping you. Where you think, okay, this is the worst thing that ever happened to them. You find strength in that. You look at them and say, oh my gosh, how can it? And I remember calling Yardley's mom to say, would you like to come to CrimeCon now? She talked to me for an hour and a half. I was in a parking lot about to go get lunch, and I talked to her, was tearing up about some guy I dated when I was 16 who was a jerk and seeing patterns and how that's what they do. They go from school to school. And my niece, Hadley, she's a freshman in college now at Holy Cross. Field hockey, shout out now. But she saw the Love Foundation movie about relationships in high school and like what to look for, the warning signs. We don't learn that. Right. So it's what she's done and kind of how she helped Stacey through healing. But that's, I think you're right. When you kind of learn something that you didn't know and you get strength through that, you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like a better person leaving this interview than before.
Right. Exactly. And pointing that out.
I feel like a better person leaving this interview. It's kind of like how you'd feel leaving Lauren's house. You'd feel better on the way out.
I want to also say there was I want to say thank you to Joe Petito because he was having fun with all of us, and at one point he said, Lauren, let's go outside for a little bit. You know, the meeting area was in and out, right? Where everyone sort of gathered. He's like, Lauren, let's go out outside.
In and out burger.
And we sat and talked. And I think there were a couple other people, but that came out later. But he said, I want to hear your story. He said,
oh, that's what I love about Joe.
He goes, tell me what it was about Gabby. You keep telling me that Gabby touched you. I want to hear why. And I was able to tell him, and you know my story and I know your story. And, you know, you and I both know why Gabby's story touched us, but I was able to tell him and he listened. And these victims, survivors, these people whose families have been changed forever. And I want to, you know, bring out, you know, Gabby's 4 parents. They sit there and they listen and they're talking to people to try to understand more because of what happened to their daughter, and to starting the Gabby Petito Foundation to help other women, because he said that. He said so many women and men have come to us and said, your daughter's story was mine. And that is why they wanted to help. And a lot of these victims too, I think what helped me at CrimeCon too was also seeing what I can do as a podcaster or in this space now that I sort of am overwhelmed with the platform that I've been given, and you too. And
I'm so overwhelmed with the platform I've been given.
Aw.
I'm overwhelmed with the platform I've been given.
Good for her.
Good for her.
I hope she still feels that way.
Oh, I'm so overwhelmed. I am overwhelmed by the platform I've been given. My God. Actually, that's a good screenshot too. I'm collecting them today. I am collecting them today. I've got quite the collection. I love it. Hang on. What is this? Like, what? I'm overwhelmed by the platform she's been given. It's like she's had some sort of holiness thrust upon her.
and seeing how we can help and how the victims do want their stories told for the right reasons, and
it's
and
healing.
just listening. It's healing. And so
That's how I met Joe. I know you know that because I was in the parking lot of CNN, HLN, it's clear as day. And I was covering Delphi. I was overwhelmed. I was kind of burnt out, but you can compartmentalize. So I'm walking to my car and because the assignment desk said, this is Joe Petito's number, call him if you get him, great, see if you could interview him. That was it. He's like, hey, Susan, it's Joe. And I went, oh, because I didn't expect the call back from him. And I go, I'm just so sorry about Gabby. I started crying because I was going through a bad divorce. And I was crying to him. It was mortifying because you don't want to, I mean, come on. It's not about me, his daughter, right? Gabby was murdered. So he just said, no, Susan, it's all right. You're not the first. It's okay. Don't cry. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So exactly to your point, Lauren, that like he has that personality. The whole family does. They walk the walk. They really do this. Yeah. They know that Gabby got a lot of attention. They literally are trying to change different laws in each state to have it so if you're watching or your daughter or son is missing, you'll get that attention. But he wants to hear your story. And he said that to me, that other journalists have come up and said, have cried to him. And he's like, well, you should tell it. And some people can't, or some people can't. So, oh my gosh, that is something that I wish everyone could experience because he really now truly understands like everything. Even though if you think your story is minimal, if you went through something, it's not minimal. It's not, because you went through that and it's prevented you from doing certain things. It's a traumatic incident in your life. And so it's healing, I feel. Whether he wanted to hear my story or not, it was helpful.
Yeah. And in helping they know that Gabby got a lot of attention and they see their efforts in trying to get up.
Right. Okay. So they're doing good work, as in the Petitos are doing good work. And I think that's fantastic, right? They're trying to change laws. This is good. No disrespect to the Petitos. Absolutely not. You saw yesterday, I showed you guys that Lauren went to the Petito Foundation dinner in New York and immediately posted about it and went, oh, and look, I have an interview with Joe.
Yeah.
That would have gotten hundreds of thousands of views. I haven't got it up. I should get it up, but that would have done wonders for her channel. Absolutely wonders for her channel. It's so self-serving. Like all of this stuff is just so like, oh, we're so supportive and it made me cry. You know, it would make her cry if she didn't get hundreds of thousands of views. That would be it. Like it's just so transparent.
Other victims' attention has also been really touching to see. You know, you reached out to us to say, hey, the foundation is hoping that this case gets more attention, and we try to cover it.
That's what
steps up every time. I swear you do. So thank you.
Well, survivors of crime have just been incredible, and I think that is what CrimeCon is all about. I think that summarizes it. It's let's take what happened to us. You know, this is the survivors and the victims of crime, and make the world better. And as you and I on the other side of it with these platforms, how can we help? How can we move?
With these
platforms? And how can we
benefit
with communication and with voices? And I also want to just ask Susan what you are up to with Headline Crime with Susan Hendricks. I see that you're doing a lot of interviews, and like I said, you are doing incredible things at CrimeCon as a presenter, as a panel, as a voice. But tell us what you're up to.
Well, I'd like to interview, but this is my home right now, the hotel. But Dave Vito, I want to interview them. It's so funny. I'll ask about the table coming up. I will interview Kim Goldman. That's on the books because she wants to talk about the co-worker victim impact statements. And she was telling me, I met her on years and years ago. She said, look, I wish, because Ron, her brother, was killed along with Nicole Brown Simpson. And she said, gosh, I wish they could all be televised.
That is a damn good question. Dali's most recent baby mom.
Wondering if you noticed that.
Dali, really? Oh, really? You've been keeping this one quiet.
Yeah, well.
I'm starting to get some fans.
Yeah.
Won't be able to fit your head into that little camera slot there. Look at him blushing.
Oh,
no, look, he's so cute. How
took
much
Ella long enough to see it right. She even pulled up that name before and didn't notice it.
Oh no, well, I don't really pay attention. When I see your name. I want to bring it back up. I was going to read a chat.
Oh.
You took it away.
There.
Jeez, thank you. How much do victims of crime make off CrimeCon? Damn good question. Because you know what? I actually have no problem with victims of crime making a bit of coin.
No.
If bitches like this can make millions of dollars off their stories, then fair enough. If there's money to be made off these stories, it should be the damn victims who make the money.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. That is how I see it. They should be the ones writing books. They should be the ones profiting from the movies. Not these bitches. Not these vampires. And look at that screenshot of Susan.
I was going to say.
Oh my Lord. I need that one. Dear me, I've been getting ones of Lauren, but that one, I need that one of Susan. I mean, they get a trip to wherever it is and they get their accommodation and stuff. I know, well, I assume that you would think.
Susan kind of reminds me of like Grayson's stepmom.
Yeah.
Like her dad had to get like a new, younger trophy wife.
Because it's really, of course, seeing Kaylee Gonzalez's sister, Olivia. So she said she'd like to talk about that, which I would too, in terms of, that's the one thing. Maybe in Delphi they could have put cameras for that. Who knows? But that's why Josh was able to go to read his. He wanted to. But so Kim Goldman to talk about that, and of course Dave Vito to talk about his idol Benny Baladan. So that's coming up once I get into my house soon.
Okay. Well, I'll look forward to that, and everyone definitely go subscribe to Susan Hendricks' channel. You are an incredible journalist, an incredible person, incredible friend. I'm so glad that we are friends, but also we just need voices like yours in this wild world of true crime. I wish it wasn't so wild, but true crime is that. And so, but we do our best. And so thank you. Thank you for joining us from your hotel room, and we appreciate it. And until next time, we'll see you. Bye-bye.
Holy what? I don't get what? No. Yeah. Just no. Stop it.
I already removed it.
Oh, thanks. They don't what? That's just. Can you read that out, please? Sorry. I'm
No,
just
they do
getting-
not get accommodations for going to CrimeCon, paid for out of pocket by victims themselves. That's what I figured, but it's kind of just hard to name down.
No. That is disgusting.
Very exploitive.
Sorry, I was just getting some stuff together. I need to show you guys this. You like? This is my handiwork from today. Coming to a thumbnail near you. Which one's your favorite, guys? I think the mouth open one is my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the middle one. The blow up doll. Bottom left? Yeah, bottom left is pretty good. Upper right's not bad. Maybe the moose. The moose antlers. Oh. Face John hasn't seen in 10 years. One way 11 is having a personal orgasm.
And not with John.
The one with the mouth open needs to be photoshopped next to McClellan with his head. Oh, God. Oh, dear. It's a pretty good set of baby moose handlers. Yeah, I know. Oh, dear. Bottom left is like 9 hour when she starts going off on law and crime. It's a bit. But she also looks like she's swallowed something really bad.
Yeah.
Like, John had been eating curry or something like before.
Yeah. John needed to eat more pineapple juice.
Yeah. Oh, God, we're so bad. Where am I? I just got out of surgery. I don't need these thoughts. Oh dear, I'm sorry.
Oh,
All right, that was fun. Oh dear. Oh no, truthfully. Actually, yes, the one on the left. Oh no, I could easily Photoshop that one, and I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. Oh, Eric, I'm not putting that on screen. I cannot believe, Pressure, what you were saying. Hang on, I say like she swallowed her pride, but we all know she won't swallow that.
Yeah.
No.
We know she doesn't
Yeah,
swallow.
I cannot believe they did not pay for the victims of crime to go to CrimeCon. Wow. Even if they're on panel. That's ridiculous. Wow. So
Not
wrong.
even an Amtrak ticket.
What's that?
Train.
See, I don't speak American. I'm very uncomfortable again. Yes. Okay, cool. All right, guys, thank you for hanging out. Oh, so since you guys hang out to the end, sorry, I've got something in my eye. Since you guys hang out to the end, I have some news for you. On Wednesday, I have a special guest.
Ooh.
Can you guess who my special guest is?
Me?
No.
Oh. But I'm special.
I know. I have Ms. Laurie Hellis coming on stream on Wednesday. and we're going to talk about all the stuff that she's kind of missed because she's been on break for about a month. And her take on what happened at CrimeCon also, because she witnessed everything. She's going to also have a look at the document that we had, the Lawrence application for civil stalking injunction, the one that mentioned John DeLynn as a witness, and all the previous stalking attempts or incidents, previous altercations, supposedly. Ridiculous. So, yeah, I had a chat with her yesterday, and I said, have you seen this document? She said, actually, no. So, yeah, it'll be great. It'll be great. So, yeah, that will be on... Oh, God, I was going to be my eye. Sorry. That will be on Wednesday, 6:15 p.m. Eastern. So that's 2 days away for you. Today's my Tuesday. It'll be my Thursday. But yeah, Wednesday. Don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. Maybe I've got a bit of prep to do for that. And I've got a couple of videos I'm working on as well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in between. But yeah, looking forward. And we're going to redirect to Jolene now.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Should be all set up.
Wait until she interrupts and then throw your glasses. That'll be, Dali will have to do that. Yeah, especially when he was about to have an emotional outburst.
I have a lot of them, so.
Yeah. Yes, we are definitely going over to Jolene now and say hello, Raid, when you get there. This will be fun. Thank you all for hanging out. Love yous all. Love yous all so much. And it's time for the song.
Her name was Helen. She was an Aussie. She was a fake lawyer from the future. She got on YouTube and made some live streams. Her co-host is Dali and she dances sometimes. The words are always so loud and because she's an 803. To the attention, excited utterance. Her cat